Kia ora tātou, ko Mike toku ingoa, ko te tumuaki o South Otago High School aho. To start this morning, I would just like to also acknowledge the sad passing of Kristen Mowat from Logan Park High School. And I believe there are members of the high school here this morning, and our thoughts are with you. So, how do I come to be here speaking to you this morning? Well, Kerry Ryan asked me to come and speak briefly about South Otago High School and the way in which we've developed a partnership which has a huge benefit for our students, our community and local business. What I hadn't realised when I accepted the invitation was I was going to have to get up quite so early to get here for breakfast this morning. Firstly, I would like to say and share the history of what we've achieved. About 6 years ago, our workshop technology teacher left, and we struggled to find and recruit a new teacher for the start of the school year. We had a steady number of senior students who wanted to develop their practical skills and saw work in the construction industry as a potential future career. Our problem was how to cater for these students without a teacher. So simultaneously, we approached Otago Polytechnic and the Clutha District Council. We wanted the Polytechnic to supply a teacher and the council to grant a building consent for us to build a relocatable home on our school site. The Mayor, Brian Cadogan, stepped in and suggested that rather than building on the school site, we work with Big River Homes, who have a work site just across the river in Balclutha. Brian arranged an introduction to Mark Van Asperen, the owner and director of Big River Homes. And he's with me here this morning. And thank you very much for getting up very early this morning with me, Mark. This was in November. And there were some very quick discussions between Otago Polytechnic, Big River Homes, and also the Mayor as well as the high school. By February, we welcomed our first cohort of students into the programme. For 2 days each week, about 12 students would attend their course at the Big River Homes worksite. They'd work under the supervision of Jamie, the Otago Polytechnic tutor. During the year, I visited to see the progress of the course. Sometimes the students were sat in what was a very drafty and uninsulated shipping container, which was working as their classroom. At other times, they're actually working on site, gaining practical skills. And they were building a self-contained unit with a lounge, a kitchenette, a bathroom and a single bedroom. During the year, Mark would regularly check in with Jamie and the students. Mark went above and beyond what was asked and brought other builders onto site to meet the students and see the work that they were doing. These introductions had a significant part in the success of the programme, and you'll hear a little bit more about that in a minute. By the end of the year, the finished building was loaded onto a truck and joined the Christmas parade with a banner which promoted both the high school, the Polytechnic, and also Big River Homes. So what happened to those 12 students by the end of the year? Well, I thought it'd be nice to shout them a morning tea for them and Jamie. So I duly arrived with a large platter of sandwiches for them all, only to find Jamie and just 4 students sat there. When I asked the 4 students, where's everyone else, thinking they were truant, they told me, well, they've all got apprenticeships, Mr. Wright, or they're actually starting work with an employer in the construction industry. What a result for those students. So what was the plan for the remaining 4? 1 had an interview that afternoon for an apprenticeship. 2 others had been offered full-time places at Otago Polytechnic and were looking forward to starting their courses the following year. The last student turned to me and said, Mr. Wright, I've done the course, I've got the credits, but I don't want to be a builder. It's kind of a bit disappointing to hear that, but then he went on to tell me what his plan was. And he did have a goal, and he had a plan to achieve that goal. That is still a positive result. So I've been working at this now for a few years, and during that time, we've learned a lot. The course continues to be successful, and the rate of employment direct from the course remains high. Not all our students stay locally. They move further afield to here in Dunedin, Central Otago and Southland. We try to open the opportunity for students to join the programme from other schools. In the past, Jamie's brought students down from Dunedin for the course for 2 days a week. At the end of the year, the students see something that they've produced and that they're proud of. They see a real-world application of maths and English. For some, it promotes the value of their education back in the classroom and in school. This partnership works because each party has an equal ownership and a drive for success. Students want to join the course. They see the opportunity to gain real-world skills and experience and get a head start on a career. Some of these students historically would have left as soon as they reached the age of 16 and gone into low-skilled and poor career option pathways. So this is a real opportunity for them. Their parents tell us they appreciate the opportunity that they have to participate in the course. Not only does the course allow them to work towards NCA certificates, but it undoubtedly encourages them to remain in school. Parents also tell us it's a great opportunity for their children to grow up and mature, which is invaluable. The Polytechnics filling places and meeting the needs both for themselves and for the wider community. They also have an opportunity to recruit students into future courses. Remember that student that didn't want to be a builder at the end of the year? Well, he saw what tertiary study could look like, and that was a motivation for him. As a school, this has been, is that my 5 minutes? No. As a school, this has been a fantastic piece of the jigsaw to support younger people and their transition from high school to study and employment. For some of our reluctant learners, it's hands-on, practical, real-life work. And to our last partner, Big River Homes and Mark himself. Mark tells me he's going to blush when I mention this. Mark has the benefit of giving back to his industry and also to our community. Without his commitment and foresight, a significant part of this learning experience would be lost. Mark can give the same message that I can give in a school assembly, but because Mark sits outside of education, young people will listen to him and take note of what he has to say. I visited the site last week and met with Mark and his wife Coralie. They both have benefited as well. They have a very nice, new, smart, warm office suite to work in, and that was built by our students. Our students have their old office suite, which is now their classroom. Finally this morning, as well as Mark, I do have Owen Doherty, our Head of Technology, here with me this morning. I'd just like to impress upon you, we really know our students well, and we welcome the opportunity to work with other partners in the future. We already have students who are involved in the SOHS programme. I can talk about some of our other partnerships that we offer at South Otago High School, and I've really appreciated the opportunity to come and speak to you this morning. Ka kite anō. Thank you very much.